This post-election night, we're following the big wins and the victory for abortion rights.
Political scientists say Democrats secured wins and decisive victories in major races, even as polling for President Biden doesn't look optimistic tonight. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp joining us now live from the U.S. Capitol. Rachel, were last night's elections a good indicator for what's to come in 2024?
Good evening, Mike and Eva. So the short answer is potentially. We know that the polls before Tuesday night's election showed that President Biden is trailing behind former President Donald Trump. Political scientists say that Biden is struggling with some of these Democratic voters, especially the younger voters and Black and Latino voters. So for this 2024 election, this is the first presidential election following the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, and we can expect Democrats to try to campaign on the abortion issue to re-energize their voters.
I think the big takeaway from last night's elections is that the Democrats did really well, really trumpeting the issue of abortion.
Last summer, the Supreme Court struck down Roe v. Wade. Democrats campaigned on abortion rights in the 2022 midterms, which seems to be an effective strategy after Tuesday's elections. In Virginia, voters flipped the Republican majority House and kept Democrats in control of the Senate, essentially blocking the Republican governor from enacting a 15-week abortion ban, a top priority of his. And in Ohio, a state where former President Donald Trump won by 8 points in 2020, voters approved of a ballot measure that enshrines the right to an abortion in the state constitution.
Ohio used to be a swing state, but it's a deep red state now. And like Kansas, which also put an abortion referendum to the voters, we saw people come out in support of abortion rights. Abortion rights are popular across the country, and this indicates that Democrats who are looking to use this as a turnout issue and putting more on the ballot in 2024 are likely to be successful.
But can abortion access be a winning issue for Democrats in 2024? Before Tuesday's elections, polling shows President Biden trailing behind former President Trump in key swing states, including Michigan and Pennsylvania.
Democrats do see this abortion issue as being one that they can continue to use to push their voters out. When you have a right that is taken away, and when people anticipate that there might be more state level action to take away these rights and to shorten the terms for abortions, this can be used by Democrats to stimulate turnout.
Now, some say these Democratic victories from last night's election should not make those polling results for Biden irrelevant. But Biden's campaign is certainly feeling a little bit more optimistic and enthusiastic following yesterday's election. Their campaign saying in part, quote, "Democracy won and MAGA lost. Voters vote, polls don't." Mike, Eva, we are now less than a year away before the 2024 presidential election. Back to you.